Today, we are taking a look at the Gattac Railen, one of the most anticipated ships to finally make its way into Star Citizen. Arriving alongside Alpha 4.8.2 and this year's Alien Week celebrations, the Railen has officially transitioned from concept art to a fully flyable spacecraft after years of waiting. Its release also comes with a significant price increase. When the Railen was originally sold as a concept ship, I was fortunate enough to pick one up for $200. Today, the ship carries a fresh money price tag of $360, making it considerably more expensive than when it was first introduced. With the Railen finally available in-game, the big question is whether it was worth the wait. In this video, I'll be taking you on a complete tour of the ship. We'll explore its unique Xi'an-inspired design, examine its interior layout, cargo system, crew accommodations, and overall functionality. Of course, we'll take it out for a flight to see how it handles, how it performs, and whether it can compete with the many cargo haulers already available in the game. After waiting years to finally get our hands on this ship, it's time to find out if the Gattac Railen lives up to the expectations that have surrounded it for so long. So let's climb aboard and let's take a closer look. The first thing that struck me when I saw the Railen emerging from the hangar elevator was its sheer size. The ship is absolutely enormous, measuring 52 meters in length, 53 meters in width, and an impressive 67 meters in height. The Railen feels less like a spacecraft and more like an actual building. As I walked around it for the first time, I was genuinely blown away. In fact, I can't remember the last time a newly released ship left me this awestruck. Every angle seemed to reveal another incredible detail. The materials look fantastic, giving the ship a distinct alien character while still feeling believable and functional. The external mechanisms are packed with details, and even something as simple as the boarding elevator feels special thanks to its smooth animations and unique design. What impressed me the most was how different the Railen feels from anything else currently available in Star Citizen. From its Xi'an-inspired architecture to its unconventional silhouette, everything about this ship stands out. It doesn't simply look alien, it feels alien. Every interaction, every animation, every part of its design contributes to making the Gattac Railen a truly unique and exotic experience within the Star Citizen universe. Before even stepping inside, I already felt that I was looking at something special. Once inside, it took me a little while to figure out where everything was. Surprisingly, the interior is not nearly as large as the ship's massive exterior might suggest. The Railen features an entry level here where there's nothing much. You can have some armor there that you can deposit. Then there's a central living area in the central deck with a table surrounded by anti-gravity stools, along with a crew quarters section where each crew member has their own sleeping space. There are also two combined showers and toilet facilities, but I have to admit I was a little disappointed here because after all these years of hearing about Xi'an culture and design, I was expecting to finally see what Xi'an toilets looked like, and instead, pressing the button simply reveals a standard human toilet. That's a minor detail, of course, but I would have loved to see CIG take the opportunity to add a little bit more alien flavor to the experience. That small disappointment quickly faded, however, because the atmosphere inside the Railen is absolutely superb. The ship strikes a fascinating balance between advanced technology and natural elements, creating an environment that feels both futuristic and relaxing. I couldn't resist taking a few moments to admire the beautiful virtual waterfall and the terrarium integrated into the living space. These features add a tremendous amount of character and help reinforce the Railen's unique Xi'an identity. After spending some time enjoying the ambience, it was finally time to make my way up to the cockpit and see how this impressive alien freighter performs. The upper deck is where you'll find the cockpit and the ship's components. This is essentially the command center of the Railen, where everything related to flying and operating the vessel is located. The middle deck's living quarters are certainly impressive, but I would certainly say that the cockpit is the true centerpiece of this ship. The space is absolutely massive and comfortably accommodates up to 4 players, a pilot, a co-pilot, and 2 tractor beam operators. The layout feels purposeful, spacious, and perfectly suited to a multi-crew cargo vessel. One of my favorite details is the way the seats move into position. Rather than simply sitting down, the seats glide smoothly from their resting position to carry you forward toward the controls, placing you directly in front of the canopy. It's a simple animation, but it adds a tremendous sense of sophistication and helps reinforce the Railen's unique design philosophy. Once seated, the pilot benefits from an excellent forward view, with a wide canopy offering clear visibility of the surrounding space. The cockpit, much like the rest of the ship, feels welcoming and comfortable. It's the kind of place where you immediately want to spend some time, and as soon as you sit on the pilot seat, there's only one thing that you want to do: power up the ship and take it for a flight. So that's exactly what I'm about to do. Alright, time to take off. As soon as the landing gear is retracted, the Railen transforms into its flight configuration, revealing a completely different silhouette. It's a very impressive transition that further emphasizes the ship's alien design. In just a few seconds, it goes from looking like a massive landing structure to an elegant spacecraft ready to cross the stars. As for its flight performance, don't expect to be blown away simply because you are at the controls of an alien ship. The Railen is still subject to the laws of physics, and more importantly, it is a very heavy vessel. You can feel that mass immediately, as acceleration is fairly modest, and the ship isn't particularly fast either, reaching a top speed of 999 meters per second in SCM flight mode. I also noticed that the Railen tends to drift quite a bit. During my flight, I had considerable difficulty lining up with a jump point. In fact, for the first time in Star Citizen, I completely missed a jump and ended up on the far side of the Stanton system. This is definitely a ship that rewards finesse and smooth inputs. If you're too aggressive with the controls, it won't necessarily go where you want it to. As for combats, well, I didn't perform any serious testing because I was carrying my own cargo and I had no intention of risking either the ship or its contents. I did, however, conduct a few basic weapons tests to have a look here with the stock components. With maximum power diverted to the weapons, I was able to fire only 34 shots from the Railen Size 4 laser repeaters before needing to recharge. It's not particularly impressive, but it's worth remembering that the Railen is first and foremost a cargo hauler rather than a combat ship. I'm also fairly confident that these numbers can be improved with upgraded components and future loadout adjustments. My first impressions in flight ultimately confirmed what the ship's appearance suggests. The Railen is not a speed demon, nor it is designed for aggressive maneuvering. It's a massive cargo vessel that demands patience, precision, and a gentle touch at the controls. Once you accept that and fly it accordingly, it becomes a very enjoyable ship to pilot. Before wrapping things up, let's talk about cargo hauling, because of course that is the Railen's primary purpose. I have to say that I was pleasantly surprised by how practical the ship is when it comes to loading and unloading cargo. The ship-mounted tractor beams are not just there for the show, they are well positioned, easy to use, and genuinely useful. During my test, I was able to load cargo onto the freight elevator with remarkable ease, making the entire process smooth and efficient. When it comes to carrying capacity, the Railen offers an impressive 640 SU of cargo space that places it above the Hull B in terms of cargo capacity and gives it access to better hauling contracts and more lucrative trade opportunities. What I particularly appreciate is how straightforward the loading process feels. The tractor beams are positioned exactly where they need to be, allowing cargo to be moved with minimal effort. Whether you're preparing for a hauling mission or setting up a trade run, the Railen makes cargo handling surprisingly convenient for a ship of this size. Of course, with 640 SU of cargo capacity comes a significant amount of responsibility. Large cargo runs can represent a substantial investment, and Star Citizen being Star Citizen, there's always a degree of risk involved whenever you move valuable cargo across the verse. Anyone planning to use a Railen for serious trading should keep in mind to avoid investing more than they are comfortably taking on a single run, and make sure to avoid auto-loading because the game might not do it and you might lose your investment and your money at the same time. That being said, the Railen feels purpose-built for freight operations. Everything from placement of the tractor beams to the overall cargo handling workflow feels practical and well thought out. Rather than fighting against the ship designs like with other ships, you are actually working with it, and that makes cargo hauling a genuinely enjoyable experience. If cargo hauling is your preferred gameplay loop, the Railen offers a compelling combination of cargo capacity, convenience, and style that makes it a very attractive option. And that is all for this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below, did you pick one up for yourself? What ship are you using when it comes to cargo hauling? Are you doing cargo hauling or are you avoiding the activity? Let me know everything in the comment section down below. If you enjoy the content, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like these. A big shout out to my Patreon members, including Sogart Assistance, Ducky2Ducker, Zero Crusher, Dr. Frobin, and Shadow Rise. I've been the Eradicator. I'll catch you guys in the next one.